always have this feeling like if I'm walking my dog or something and a dog comes up to me, I feel like I could take him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like do you feel like you could like kick them and or
So
are they just like gonna?
I'm not scared.
Like I'll get hurt.
The
I'll
odds
definitely
that
get hurt.
I know.
But I
get
feel
what you're
like
saying,
I could
though.
pummel the shit out of a dog.
If you
like
can
it's
get to
really
his
attacking.
collar, you can fuck him up.
And
You
then
think you got that kind of
If
cardio?
you can't get to the collar, you're in trouble.
That's it? All right.
You got to get to the collar.
But
And you fucking drill him into the ground. You know?
They're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I'll
You
probably
just
just
rear naked
talk.
choke, dude.
I'll talk shit to the dog and then I'll just start running.
What, motherfucker? What?
Fuck out of here! Get the fuck.
Fuck out of here.
Somebody was telling me yesterday that playing kids soccer in Nassau is better off than playing out east, because out east they use people from all over every
Right.
little town, so you're getting like the best of the best out there. But if you play Great Neck or something like that, so many people live in that town.
Isn't Garden City considered one of the best soccer teams?
That's what I thought. But
Yeah.
the guy was telling me, he was like, yeah, no, playing Nassau is much better than playing out east.
Wow.
I was like, I don't really believe you. Massapequa was really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Massapequa was
really
big though.
good.
The,
Now I gotta
the
go for
size
a
of the
2-day
dish.
fucking tournament in like fucking Pennsylvania.
Ah,
Oh man.
I still have never done that.
It's the size of the district, though. Going back to what you were saying about Massapequa, the talent pool is enormous. It's a Division
Well,
I.
that's what I'm saying. That's what the guy was saying though. He was saying it's easier to play them because if you play somebody like Bellport, they're pulling in kids, the
Yeah.
best of the
You got
best
kids
from
now?
all the other.
Yeah. My son's 15. My daughter's 10.
15. Oh, what's that like? My guy's a little still.
Yeah, man. He's actually 14. He's gonna be 15, but body changes, mood changes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, weird, right? Their
everything,
feet are bigger
man.
than their whole
Yeah,
body.
Yeah, forget it.
I got a guy turn 11
Awkward
tomorrow.
phases. Oh, he's turning 11. you said?
11, yeah.
Yeah.
Hair in funny places.
Yeah. It's that awkward stage.
Yeah.
The beginning teens. Yeah.
They ask any questions yet?
Ah.
The boy ask
Yeah,
any
but see,
questions?
my
yet?
son, it's different. My son's a little bit. He's high functioning. He's on the spectrum,
Okay.
So is Jesse.
but
Definitely.
they don't have a filter. Like he'll just randomly say, "Dad, I love girls."
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know, but you just
so
can't.
it's completely normal.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you just can't.
Me too,
You
buddy.
just can't say that out loud to everyone. You know what I mean? But he'll say it in front, and he has no like. He's not shy. He'll just go up to girls and start talking to them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? He's a
that's
sweet
great.
kid. He's like, you know what I mean? Sometimes they say autism like maybe were the issue.
Right,
Like, they're
right.
the happiest people
Yeah.
around. You
Yeah,
know what I
of
mean?
course.
My son, he's like the sweetest kid.
That's great.
Absolutely.
But,
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's great that he's sweet. It's
Yeah.
great.
yeah.
I'm happy for you. Well, what do you mean?
Yeah. I'm lucky though. He's high functioning, so he's doing great. You know what I mean?
I think everybody's got a little bit, like a touch of something. You know, nobody's really perfect.
Well, that's why they call it a spectrum, I think, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why they call it a spectrum.
point,
I
yeah.
definitely got stuff.
You
No
definitely
question.
got stuff.
Yeah, I
You
probably
got
had
stuff.
some when I was young.
I got it
I
late.
barely
in life.
made it through high school.
No, I developed. This is a joke. I say it all the time, but like, I didn't know you could get that late in life because as I got older, I can't take noise anymore. So like the loud noises, I'm like, oh my god.
You know
and
what's
I'm not making fun of anybody. That's just,
I
swear to God, that's true.
I
Loud
agree.
music, I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
When my kids were little, and like it was just fucking.
Oh my god.
I would have
That's where I'm
points
at
that
right
were
now.
like, "Take me now, God."
That's where I'm at right
It's-
now.
I'm ready to
used
go.
Say you would definitely coined it where dinner time is one of the worst times.
Dinner
ever.
time, I used to want
Ever.
to fucking lop my own head off. Like dinner time, like I'd come home after a crazy day and they'd be like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
and I'd be like, please end this right now. And I feel bad saying that because I love my children. My children are amazing.
Yeah,
but I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready
Yeah.
for the noise.
How old are
level.
your kids?
9 and 10. He's gonna be 11 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
9
So I
and
literally had it last night. So unfortunately, we had to put our family pet to sleep, and everybody's all bummed out.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
We
Christ.
everybody's all bummed out, and like my twins are little, they're 6, so like they know what's going on for sure. They stayed through the whole thing, but like
You had the
by,
person
like-
come to the house and give
yeah.
the shots and
by 7 o'clock at night,
Terrorize
it was
your
like
kids for the
nothing
rest of their
happened with them. And my wife and I, it's like we lost a kid, and they're just in the other room screaming, fighting over the iPads. And I just turned to my wife and I go, I can't take this shit tonight. I'm like, this has got to stop. They got to go to bed early. I'm like, if it was acceptable to chloroform these kids to sleep right now, I would do it.
Right?
Just shut the fuck
Give
up.
this little motherfucker a pill.
Is there legal chloroform?
Yeah, dude, you can't. And like, you could Benadryl them, but I learned the hard way.
My parents used to Jack
That's like he
Daniels.
just made that a verb.
But he
You
did,
can
he did.
I bet
Benadryl
you
him.
that's a common Google phrase. Is there legal chloroform that we use on
Yeah.
kids?
So, but like, here's the problem: if you give like So first of all, not every kid reacts to Benadryl by getting drowsy and going to sleep. Sometimes they go the other way, which my oldest, we learned when he had we thought he was having an allergic reaction, so the doctor's like, give him Benadryl. And he went from normal to like
Out of control.
He's like popping a boner and shit, just running around.
Yeah, it was wild. It was definitely wild.
My parents definitely used to give me whiskey.
Think so?
Yeah. I don't know if it was because I was sick.
Can't do that no more.
I don't think it was
Move
like.
in. We got him.
I don't think it was because I was annoying. I think it was like when I was sick or something like that. Instead of Tylenol, they would just like.
Listen, I was born in Sicily. I think I was drinking whiskey by the time I was like, they were putting
Not
on my
wine?
gums. They were putting my gums with wine. When
Scotch is
I
a
was
big
Yeah, on the
teething.
gums. That's the thing. Yeah,
When you're teething.
Absolutely.
Yeah, put some
yeah.
whiskey or some wine in the gums.
Yeah.
I bet
How
you it
old were you
worked.
when you came over here?
I was 5.
You're
when I
from
came
over there?
here. Yeah, I was born in Sicily. Yep.
Very cool.
Sicilians got to watch out.
So
for this.
my mother, Sicilian, born in Tunisia, Northern Africa, in a French colony.
Tunisia. Yeah, I have an uncle that's
From Tunisia.
He's a
'Cause it's
white
right there.
side. Yeah, it's right there. And like they're so dark skinned. Is she dark skinned?
But no, she wasn't dark skinned. She was
Okay.
like light.
Yeah.
But they would call them Blackfeet.
Oh,
Because
really?
Italian and European people are the most racist people in the world.
Appropriately so.
But they would call them
But they'll say like to your face, hey, you know what I mean?
100%.
Like back in the day, like
It's wild, dude.
But yeah, she was born in Africa.
really.
And
Wow.
so like we would eat Italian food, but we'd also eat Arabic food. They would
Yeah.
speak French. They would speak
Well,
Sicilian.
Sicily was,
Yeah.
you know, the Arabs
Yeah.
owned Sicily. Like they were in, you know, before us Sicilians had it, that thousands of years ago, it was, you
I
know,
never knew that.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I just recently watched, The Leopard, Gato Pardo.
You know what? I just started watching that. I watched one episode and then I kind of fell off because you got to really like,
You gotta get
it's
into it.
really like all in Italian.
Yeah, but what's really cool is it tells the whole story
It
about how
does.
so many
It does.
different people, conquered it and shit.
Yeah, like I did my 23andMe and I'm 91% Sicilian and 9% Levantine.
Interesting.
And Levantine is a
is
form
that?
of Arabic. You know, and then you start learning
Get
a
any
lot
money
about
with
that.
that?
Shit. Yeah.
No money.
Nah.
I found out I did the
Like,
feel
like
like
the Society of Levantines gives out checks.
No, I feel like
Is that
if
a
you're Arabic, you got some money.
No, that's
No?
Jewish. They send you home.
I don't know what you think. I paid attention in culture and society in the West. I mean, Jesus Christ. Part 1 and part 2. I didn't pay attention.
I did the 23andMe and found out somehow, which I never understood. It says I'm 2% Jewish, but Jewish is a religion. So how does that work?
Yeah,
It
that's-
said
Never
Jewish?
understood Too.
But it said Jewish. It didn't
Said
say like
Jewish.
Eastern European
That's
or.
that's really odd.
Yeah, I found that weird. Which is I don't understand because I spend money recklessly. So it's definitely fake news.
We started. We're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
we-
Yeah,
all
we
right.
just-
You
no,
guys just
we'll
roll
start
into it.
recording.
That's
All
what
right.
we do.
I
That's what we
wasn't-
do, yeah.
I don't know if there was some sort of intro or something. I have no idea.
That's
all
what
right,
we do.
cool.
Coming
Making
live
sure.
from
Signs
New
gonna
York.
come down
Yeah.
from behind.
We're rolling.
Yeah.
Live from Deer Park.
So you're a big freestyle guy, right?
I am. You know what it is? The freestyle. I started like doing these videos back in like 2020 when COVID started, when the whole world started pretty
Right.
much doing content on social media, and I just didn't realize the nostalgia, how many people miss it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like it took off because something's only funny if people could relate to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's
So
some
many
truth
people.
to it.
Yeah. So many people were relating to it, and I just kept going and kept going, and it's just like.
Did
it just took
you?
off.
Were you a huge fan of it?
You know what it is? I had an older sister.
Okay.
My sister, may she rest in peace, she would have been now 48.
Oh, wow.
And I'm 44. So she was always had it blasting when we were young. So I, you know, and she had that big fro with the hairspray.
Of course.
hair.
Oh, yeah, my sister
You know, my
too.
house
Couldn't
was,
be any other way.
Yeah,
sister
my house
too.
was freestyle and it smelled like hairspray. Like you know
Those
what
are
I mean?
my
And
cousins. I had two girl cousins. Same thing.
so it's from that I got into it as a young kid, but I wasn't into it so much like in like the teens, like 2010. But then when
Right.
COVID started happening, I just started like trying to go back to that time because it was such a much easier time. We literally grew up in the best era. Like we
I
were
think so.
born in the best era. There was, and our kids are never going to experience what we experienced. So I was just trying to share it out there and just trying to put it out there. I did not expect it to take off the way
People
it
to
took
go
off.
nuts over it,
And
yeah.
it's just like, yeah.
I love freestyle.
My memory is
Love it.
going with my neighbor's uncle. He had an IROC red. No joke. I'm not like
You're
making up
my
the story.
dream girl.
Literally IROC red.
Yeah.
And we went fishing like every other weekend, and he blasted that
blasted
shit
it?
every time we
Yeah.
went. That's my like biggest. And then we played like Madden '92.
But I think it's a really interesting genre of music because first of all, it only really exists around here.
Right.
It never really
That's
hit.
what I was figuring.
It never really hit nationwide fame.
No, I don't think it ever went.
Most of the artists were Puerto Rican,
Okay.
and it was huge here. But like only like what you're saying,
Right.
like the people our age.
Yeah.
Like if you're a little bit younger, you don't know it. If you're a little bit older, you don't know it.
Right.
It's really people
So
our age.
when did it die and what killed it?
I think it died quick.
I think it died quick
Well,
too.
what happened was this, we had, like, I do a podcast. We had Judy Torres on the podcast. So she told us the whole story on it. And basically, dance music in the late 90s kind of like phased it out. Like the trance music, the Kim Sazis and all those songs. They kind of phased it out. So back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, these freestyle artists had to go get regular jobs because they just died out.
Yeah, it went quick though.
But now they're busier now than they ever were in the 80s.
Really?
Somebody's got to bring it back.
The concerts
I
that
guess they're trying to.
they're doing concerts like
But
crazy.
new artists though. We need new artists to do freestyle.
I had like a couple people at my job go. There was like a show in Westbury.
They're all over the place. Like Judy Torres is gonna be at Simi. It's not that far from here, I don't think.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. She's gonna
I
be
just
there.
don't know that you have
You know-
that youth that has that same. Like it was a culture.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
dance music. It's groovy as fuck. If people got, if, I feel like it would be successful if somebody tried to do it.
Do it.
think,
You got a
yeah.
studio back there. Let's write some
Maybe
freestyle
we'll do
songs.
it. Maybe we'll do
You
it.
just got to be
They're
like,
trying. You know what it
baby.
is? There are new artists that try to come out with songs. And
Right.
some are cool, but people still want to go back to that old time. Those songs. You know what I mean?
Well, I was wondering if like In Sync ruined it, like those type
I
of
think
boy
that's
bands.
later,
They
though.
definitely have absolutely.
But that was a little bit later.
Yeah, I
think
feel
that
like
was
NSYNC
later.
was probably like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. No, I agree. But like I said, the trance music, the dance music, all that stuff kind of like faded it out.
Remember Paul Oakenfold? Like those DJs?
Yeah.
I know the name.
Yeah.
I know.
I remember
that
being
name.
at Nassau Community College, and someone drove by and like, I'm making this up, an IROC Z, but you know,
Yeah.
and it was,
Mine was really an IROC.
yeah, no, it might as well have been. But I remember like listening. He was jamming out to Diamond Girl, and then to this day, every now and then, I'm like, Diamond.
Yeah, it's just
Amazing
Diamond
song.
Girl.
some of the lyrics though. If you listen to the lyrics,
Terrible.
like oh my god,
Oh,
it's so bad.
so
Well, but that's
bad.
another
You know what I
reason
mean?
why I think they failed because the lyrics weren't that good.
Yeah,
and the singers weren't so great.
Yeah.
If they had nobody decided to put money into that genre.
Exactly. Like the lyrics, sometimes you're like, oh, you kind of
Yeah,
sound
terrible.
a little bit of a stalker. You know what I mean? It's like, geez, relax. Like with the song Maria, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to get the lyrics. Like, she was fine.
Most beautiful girl I ever know, Maria.
But then it keeps going. She's like, you will be mine.
Right.
I got to have you mine. Like, chill out, bro.
I don't care if you don't like me. I'll put you in a box in my closet.
Yo, shit.
Chill out,
Right now,
man.
the TK would be in
Come
jail
see
right
my
now.
friend Van at the
If that shit
funeral
came
home.
out today,
Maria's making phone calls. Maria, I think I'm Maria.
Yo, Maria, shut
my
the fuck
God.
up. They're gonna hear you.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was definitely the lyrics of but they're catchy songs though.
Yeah, big
People don't think about the lyrics, but if you
That's
actually,
what it is. It's catchy. Like that new one that came out, the Pink Pony Club.
oh yeah,
Dude, I hate the fact that
I
I
know.
like the song.
I know. My
It gets
daughter loves
stuck
that.
in my
Yeah.
head for days and days
Yeah.
and days.
yeah.
I just
I
Did
only heard
Basil
it
come
one
back in
day.
the car
when we did
like it was?
the yoga thing.
Yeah.
The friend that came, she showed me that.
You think the rattling bass will come back with a
with the
new
12
crop of
subwoofers.
teenagers?
Remember when people used to put those gigantic
I'm
speakers
getting
in
a
their
system,
trunk?
bro. I'm gonna get a system.
A system.
Oh my god, I remember
I'm
that.
gonna get a system. I'm gonna get the
Shit.
Alpine face. You know, I'm
Tubes,
gonna-
bazooka tubes.
Yeah.
go to a Venetian Shores, open up the trunk, cops come in like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I would have a complete autism fit 3 seconds in.
Oh, those things were.
I'm
you
like,
couldn't even
shut
hear the
it
music.
off.
You couldn't even
Yeah,
hear the
yeah.
music. It was
No,
like,
Yeah, it was
your
horrible.
clothes would rattle.
It's a different time, though. It's a different time.
but it was quick. That's what I think is crazy about it. I feel like it was really quick. Then all of a sudden you listen to Sublime. You're
But
like,
I
all
think you're
that
right, though.
phase
I
is
think
over.
it was very, very hyper local to the tri-state area because nobody outside of that, like maybe some transplants from Florida.
Yeah, but Miami's pretty big, freestyle Miami, because you got a lot of Spanish people.
And New York people, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
It's all transplants.
Yeah.
Sal, you doing stand-up, too?
No, a lot of people ask me that. I even get offers to do it, but I've never tried it yet. Will I try it? Absolutely. I think I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
But I'm more like of, see, I don't make this my life. You know what I mean?
Yet?
I'm more of a spur of the moment. Like if
Okay.
I have an idea from back in the day, I say, shit, this is a good idea. I got to do it on the spot. Like I'll think of stuff that we did from back in the day. I'll just recreate it.
Okay.
It's just a lot different when people do comedy on social media when they do stand up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's different
Stand up has to have
It-
substance.
yeah,
to it.
you have to have a delivery with stand up, not just the jokes.
It's like there's a story that gets told. You have to come back to
Yeah.
stuff, go back
Yeah.
to where you were.
And people are shocked when they tell them, I don't do shows, I don't do stand. Like what? Like
So you like-
it's
you like
totally
the clips.
It's different. I just do. I like doing skits. I don't, like I said, I don't make it my life yet, maybe, but who knows? But it's something I'll definitely give it a shot. Like Governors has reached out to me. They're such great people. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not ready yet.
You got to put together a bit.
Yeah,
You got to put like a set. You know what I mean?
You also got to practice because I have so many jokes. The way I grew up,
Yeah,
being born in Sicily,
sure.
growing up in Bensonhurst.
Yeah.
As I moved from Sicily to Bensonhurst. I felt
Which
like
is
I
like
went,
Sicily.
and I slept the whole plane ride. I didn't even think I left the country. You know what I mean? Because
Is this a joke?
Bensonhurst was all Sicilians at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
In the
yeah,
80s, it
absolutely.
was all
Absolutely.
Sicilians.
I love what you
So-
do with the Italian funerals. It's a little near and dear
Yeah.
to my heart.
And
So
that-
I own a funeral home
Oh,
and an Italian funeral home, no less too.
Get out of here. Do you
So,
really?
yeah, I do.
That was one of my biggest ones. And again, that was a spur of the moment idea. I was home. I put my phone down. I have a little bar. I put the phone down. I just started changing wigs and I put pants around my head. As you know,
And
what I
one
mean?
way you go, look at the casket. They didn't spend any money on the
Yeah,
casket.
yeah.
That's
Is it
so
Formica?
relatable to me.
Is it Formica?
Is this
You know what I mean?
Formica?
And the Zia with the limousine. I've heard that in so many.
Oh my dude!
so
Every
many
time
funerals.
I gotta get one for Aunt Mary.
Yeah.
I said, no, she doesn't need one. And then I just watch like Aunt Mary, like which limo am I going in? And then they're like, you're going with your son in the car.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
No,
hysterical.
How about how about in the weddings when the camera used to go around and we used to
Oh,
do the
yeah,
mic
back in
and
the
Oh
day.
my
You know,
gosh.
yeah.
that's like a spur of the moment idea. I was like, oh, let me recreate that, and it just
That's funny. Those old videos are funny. If you ever
Yeah.
see like clips of old
Yeah.
people passing around the
But
microphone.
if you think about that, why don't we do that still? That's actually a really great thing to do at a wedding. Make the mic go around, say congratulations.
people probably said too much stupid shit,
Yeah,
and then they just had to stop. And they were like,
Imagine-
"Don't give it to Uncle Ken."
But
Imagine
then
the
weddings
poor guy
became
who
like
had
the
to edit
fucking
that.
Super Bowl commercials. Like weddings became
true.
like ridiculous
Well,
things.
yo, I just
Yeah.
heard from my old neighbor. I saw her in a store, and I knew her youngest daughter was getting married. She said, no joke, the cheapest wedding we could find, like, I'm sure they're fine, middle class,
50,
whatever.
60
Yeah,
grand.
yeah.
No,
What?
$200,000 for a
Fuck outta here.
regular 200-person wedding.
They might be
Bro,
included.
if you
like
spend
rings.
$200,000 on
That's
a fucking wedding
Dude,
and
it's
you're
like
not
it's like
balling,
$400, $450 a plate now.
They're looking at the wrong places. I know for a fact.
yeah, no, you can get it
Yeah?
cheaper than that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
they're
that's-
going
yeah,
to
that's-
fucking,
yeah,
they're going
that's-
to a different country.
Fucking
and doing it
Russo's
for
on the bay.
$80,000.
Yeah, Russo on the base. I don't even think it's not even that much.
Everybody I talk to at work when they go to a wedding, they're putting $350, $400 in a card right now.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
the
it.
norm.
That's the
I think
standard of boost these days.
Yeah, that's the norm. That's the norm though. 400.
Yeah, but think
Especially
about
if
it
you-
like this: if you went out to dinner with your wife, right, and you went to not even a nice like high, not like a Blackstone.
I don't go to steakhouse.
Say you go to like a Vittorio's, right, Amityville.
last night.
Yeah, get
No,
out
no.
there. It's at least $450.
No, it's not. You
100%.
and your wife?
If you're drinking,
If you and your wife
You're
have
having
two
drinks.
cocktails,
Oh, wow,
you get a
that's a
steak.
lot.
That's
she
a
gets
lot of fucking money, dude.
Absolutely $450.
I mean, I went with my kids last night and it was $260.
What?
Wow.
So the three of us,
I
no
think you're going to
drinks.
the wrong restaurants, bro.
Where's your Vittoria?
Victoria's.
Place is a license to print
Yeah.
money.
That's expensive to me. Very
I mean,
expensive.
it's expensive to everybody. So
Well, obviously not. You keep
Yeah,
on
that's
going.
pretty insane. It's a steakhouse.
it's an
Yeah,
Italian
steak- Italian
steakhouse. The
steakhouse.
food is really, really good there. But
You ever hear of Mike's Underground Pizza?
I did hear that. I've never been
It's
there.
the same guy.
Okay.
It's the same
I did
guy.
hear about that.
Yeah, yeah.
do you hang out? Who you do your own social media?
I do my own social media.
Do you hang out with like Anthony Shirata?
I know Anthony Shirata
He
really
does my
well.
social media for my florist.
Oh, does he? Does he?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. No, me and Anthony are good friends. So I know him really well.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really into that whole
Yeah. He's got that. He's
genre.
He's pretty busy too. Like
He's
he,
super busy.
When he first started, is amazing. Like what he does. You know what I mean? He's a very smart kid with
Yeah,
that.
he hit a formula in his head and some transferred it into social media.
Yeah.
I mean they got.
I didn't realize
millions
how
of
young he
followers.
was.
He's a young guy.
I thought he was.
Yeah, he's like
in his
younger than me.
20s.
Yeah, he's like
You know what I
wow.
mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like
And he does all the Italian guys. That's his thing. That's his
man,
niche.
I think the guy I've said this before, Sal Voice. I feel like he has something to do with that with him. I could be completely wrong, but I think they do.
I mean, they have the podcast together, but I don't know. I don't know if Sal. I'm not sure. To be
No, I
honest
don't
with
know
you.
either for a fact, but I'm
I mean, they
I'm
have
gonna
that studio.
pontificate it to the tens of thousands of people listening.
Yeah. But no, Anthony's cool. Who else
Yeah.
do you know from out there?
Well, I used to live in downtown Brooklyn. I went to college in Manhattan for a little bit for
okay.
mortuary science, and I lived on
It's okay. You don't have to know what mortuary science is.
it's Court and Dean Street downtown Cobble
okay.
Hill.
All right.
So I lived there for a while, and then I came back home after I broke up with the girl we were living together. Okay. But
You all right?
out there, yeah,
You gonna make it?
I'm the best thing I ever did. But the whole culture is so different from like Long Island to Brooklyn, which is in reality what, like fucking 8 miles in 2 hours.
Yeah, but Brooklyn's not even fucking Brooklyn anymore. Brooklyn is fucking
Yeah,
with people from
Brooklyn is-
everywhere else.
Yeah, but the
come
old
to.
school, I got out of there right before all the yuppies took over. So it was all the old school Italians.
Yeah, that's gone.
And
Yeah,
it's
I was
just-
in Bensonhurst. Now it's all Chinese.
That's gone. Yeah,
Literally.
Dude, they're like a
all
plague, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can't say
the
that.
whole.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say that like a plague. I mean, that's
No, they move in
might
like a
have to edit
plague.
that out.
Wait, we're
that's-
gonna cut that one.
that's not-
They're like a fucking plague.
Yeah, at least say it nice.
China. Fucking plague. You heard me?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I agree. They're like a plague.
Yeah, no, they move in block by
It's the
block.
first time Jesse ever said you can't say something.
He's probably half Chinese. Dude. This guy's a fucking pirate.
It's true.
Oh shit.
No, I didn't mean it like they were playing a local. What I meant to say was
I'll keep it in now. I'll keep it.
how I should
fixing
have
it, he's
said it
fixing
was that they don't move in like a house here, a house there.
They take the whole
It's
neighborhood.
like block by
Yeah.
block, and then next thing you know,
Keep fucking thinking himself in.
next thing you know, you're eating chicken and broccoli 5 nights a week. All right.
99 cent stores on every corner.
Listen, bro, there's 2 billion of them. All right. Like,
Laundromats.
Oh shit.
yeah. Not a cat in the neighborhood.
You want to say anything about Frushing?
I didn't mean it for it to come out the way it did. But, yeah.
Damn.
That's all right. I'll keep it. Jesse won't listen to it.
Yeah.
I don't listen.
So I get it, but he don't.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So what? I mean, anything new you're working on? Any like projects or anything? Other than
No,
the
I
clips?
mean, other than that, like I have a regular job, and yeah, I do get offered some stuff, but it's just a lot of time consuming. You know what I mean? I'm divorced. I got 2 kids.
What's your regular job?
You know, I work for the MTA. I'm a superintendent for the buses
Oh,
in
alright.
Queens.
Didn't Kevin Ray work for the MTA too?
No,
No,
he
he's a
was
city cop.
Port Authority.
Oh, Port Authority, MTA. That's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, well,
So right
has
now,
guns.
no. You know, I go through my spurts. Like I'll go like full throttle with this sometimes, and then all of a sudden I take like right now I'm leveling out. I'm just on a break. You know,
So you have
doing
ADHD
busy.
too.
I do have ADHD.
I totally have it.
I know how you have ADHD. You know how you could tell? Do you ever go into HomeGoods and you feel fucking confused as fucking?
Oh, dude! Anytime I walk
I
into
can't
a
even
big
read a
box
menu in a
store,
restaurant.
All right.
big box, there's a veil of stupidity
I'm
at
serious.
Home Depot.
If you go to
I
HomeGoods,
believe
and
you. I just think it's all funny
Yeah.
that you guys are all fucked up.
I have ADHD. Absolutely.
So you
So-
ever go to like Home Depot? And I swear to God, there's an invisible veil of stupidity. When you walk, I walk through that door. I'm like, all right, I gotta get. I don't even know. Whatever. I gotta
forget
get 3
what I
things.
gotta get.
I walk in there and I walk around the store like I have Alzheimer's. I'm just like,
Yeah. No, that's ADHD.
These
man,
aisles
I'm
are
telling
big.
you.
oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, everything's got to be written down. Whatever I'm going for, it has to be written down, or else I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure.
I'm coming back with like a bottle of booze, cigarettes. I don't even smoke.
Box of condoms.
Did you get the black bags I said I needed?
Ah, but I got
shit.
your tampons. Not sure why, but I got them.
Bonds and a lamp?
You didn't ask for them, but I figured.
Oh man, no, yeah, absolutely. But no, nothing as of now. I'm not working on anything yet. But like I said, I go on my spurts, and I am gonna try out some new stuff. I've been doing a podcast with my partner Frank, with Italian Sicilians. We do that.
What's it called?
Italian Sicilians do it
Italian
better.
Sicilian.
So you know, I just try to keep myself busy with it. You know, so
Yeah,
The Italians are taking over Instagram.
the Asians too.
Interesting. I didn't see that one coming, but like it came.
No.
you know what
like-
it is with the whole Italian thing, and you get a lot of people like I don't deal with it that much with the fake Italian comments that a lot of people get.
Yeah.
But it's because a lot of those Italian Americans put it on themselves.
But there's a vast
You know what I
difference
mean?
between Italian Americans.
Because
and,
see, if I walk around and I get a piece of bread, and I'm like, yeah, with this fucking piece of bread, if you dip it in the
you
sauce,
doing?
if you dip it in the sauce, that makes you Italian.
Yeah.
Which I
No,
can't
you know
stand.
who else dips bread in sauce? The whole fucking human mankind. You know what I mean? So that's why Italian Americans deal with a lot of fake Italian comments because of shit like that. Like they annoy the shit out of me, and I was born there.
Yeah.
Because
I
when they
agree.
go around saying, "Yeah, you're Italian because you do this," no, everybody does that shit.
Right.
So it's
I
just
agree.
it's
annoying.
There's a lot of that a lot of people say, "Oh, you guys are fake Italian." Luckily, I don't act that way.
I was annoyed by that before it took over social media. When it took over social media, I said, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I'm fucking out.
The more you try, like nobody even realizes that I was born in Italy because
Right.
the more you try to act a certain way,
The less you are that thing.
exactly.
Yeah, but that
the less
culture,
you are
Italian
that way.
culture, is got to be the biggest like influencer of like culture. Period. Right? Like
Yeah,
the food is
absolutely.
better than everybody's.
It is.
Like
Yeah.
no doubt about it. I don't go for all the like the mafia stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. They ruined a lot of lives.
Right.
Great
They
movies, though.
extorted a lot.
Great
Yeah,
movies.
they extort. Yeah, absolutely. Sopranos, #1.
yeah.
The lives were worth
Period.
it for the movies.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know,
but I don't like that whole
old
like
hat.
that like, and it's across everything. But like that whole like bravado of like tough guy gangster stuff. It's like stop. You know, like
Yeah,
you're not really
they get
like that.
fixated because they got fixated on The Sopranos.
Right.
You know, they watch all these movies that they're watching, and now on social media, a lot of people are getting like acting gigs because there's certain shows out there. I'm not going to mention them that are like, you know what I mean, that are
The shows or the people.
the show. There's certain shows out there. I don't want to mention the show, but because people have a lot of followers on Instagram and they're Italian American. How you doing? Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's put them on the show and this and
Right.
that. So that's what's happening, and it's very cringeworthy. This
It is.
what-
But it's also funny, but then it gets so to me like the how you doing thing.
Yeah.
First of all, him and I have said this a million times. That is every single guy you've ever met that
Right.
works in the union
yes.
yeah,
ever.
every uncle.
Yes.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, and they've been doing that for fucking forever.
Forever.
Like, yo, Mo.
Yeah. He
Exactly. Yeah.
He it's funny to me.
But he did his thing, though, and
But
he
it's
made it.
only
He made,
funny
he
for
made
so
a shit
long.
ton of money, and
Yeah.
you can't take it away from him.
It's only funny for so long. After a while, it's like
We should have thought about it.
You know what it is? A lot of New Yorkers find that annoying, but
Yeah,
when
I
you
agree.
go outside of New York, they love that shit.
like a circus.
You know what I mean? So
But they think that that's what we all are.
they think that like, oh my god, it's like watching The Sopranos.
yeah.
The Sopranos, I think, as great as a show it was, it really ruined the Italian American culture.
You could be
It,
right.
it really did.
You could be right.
Because everyone, the way they all act, it's
Didn't
just
ruin
like,
Jersey because Jersey was already a shit show.
yeah.
Edit that one out. Just a whole state. A whole state. Everybody there is just bad.
I fucking hate New Jersey.
That's what I'm saying.
You could roll that clip.
Oh, we're allowed to say that.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, it has a lot to do with that. So it's just, that's why when I see a lot of it and I read the comments on certain videos,
Can't read the comments, dude.
no, not on mine. I'm talking about on other people. I'm like, you're getting roasted because of a reason you're getting fucking roasted.
But to them too,
You
I
know
think
what I mean?
it's
like,
they're getting the attention, the clips, the interactions, and the comments. That
Yeah.
all adds up to them.
yeah, my thing with all my videos is the reason why I don't put out that many because I'm quality over quantity. If people do quantity over quality, they'll get a shitload of views because like train wrecks and like stuff that makes you cringe gets a lot of views.
Yeah, and
You know what I
then you
mean?
send it to your friend group, and you go, "Look at this."
Exactly.
asshole."
Exactly.
And then 8
exactly.
more people watch it.
All right, so that shit works, but I rather do quality over quantity. So,
Yeah, work smarter, not harder.
yep.
You know who doesn't believe in that theory? The Chinese.
They definitely work hard.
yeah.
If it's anything that they do, they work
They built the
hard.
railroads back in the day. You ever watched that?
Talking about.
This guy's got a real thing for the Chinese people. This guy.
Yeah.
He's got a real
You want
fucking-
to start talking about
real-
Trump
real
too? You want to get a
vendetta.
little Trump time in?
Not used to the seat.
What about the Pope? The Pope's dead.
Yeah,
Hey.
Yeah.
that's crazy. Guys,
Was he Italian though? Right?
Not well.
He
He,
never
No,
was,
he
Italian
was.
anymore.
Wasn't he Portuguese?
he was. I think he was Argentinian, which means he's probably German. But again, I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, he wasn't. Definitely.
I think he
wasn't Italian.
came from Argentina.
But the next 4 popes up are
Italian?
all Italian, and there's one Philippine.
What about what's the guy's name? Dolan is from New York.
Dolan's from New
Has he
York.
got a shot or no?
No, he's not even on the list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know, this is like when the smoke goes gray and then everybody waits around for the
White
smoke to
smoke
go
is-
white, right?
Yeah,
No, it's
exactly.
the
Only
other
happen.
way. I think it's white smoke signifies he's dead.
He's dead, right?
Yeah,
He's dead, yeah.
I don't think he come back.
And they didn't give it to
Well,
him on
actually,
Easter.
one guy did.
What?
One guy came back.
That you know of?
Yeah.
No.
Oh God, the whole religion is based around him.
Oh, he is risen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you see Bill Maher talking? You know Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah.
Does everybody know Charlie
Oh,
Kirk?
shoot, how
He like
often
goes
was
to
that?
schools and shit, and he talks
Yeah,
to like
yeah,
college
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Bill Maher now is on like I don't know what trip he's on because he was against religions. He has a whole comedy special about being against religion. Sorry, but he's talking to Charlie Kirk now, like having an interview.
Did
like,
you see the interview? How awkward it started?
Yeah, it starts off really
I didn't
awkward.
see that. I
So
seen
Bill Maher's
those-
like, so can I get you a drink? He's like, no, I don't drink. And then Bill Maher's like, so you're religious, you don't drink or smoke weed? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, we're gonna get along great.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like, couldn't be more opposite of each
No,
other.
it's just really weird because he's going like fully, like everybody thought that he was heavy liberal for a
Right.
while.
That's what I thought.
And then through this whole
Yeah.
Trump thing, he kind of went like midway because liberal was getting too crazy.
Yeah.
He's an old school like Bill Clinton lefty, where it's really now that's like center,
Now that's like
almost
center.
right.
And now he's talking to this guy who's like, very religious, very Republican. And it's very interesting to see.
It's fucking retarded.
Could be with age as well.
Politics is fucking retarded.
Oh, it's like I'm
the
so sick of
robots
it.
are coming.
yeah.
It's all gonna change.
We'll have a robot president?
No.
There's gonna be a robot
I
president.
watched a good show. You'll love it. You both love it. Called Paradise on Hulu.
Oh, that's a great show.
It was a good
I'm
show.
waiting for the second season.
I
don't
can't.
know
I'm
what it
so
is.
disappointed
What
that
is
it's
it?
over already. Like
It's
I
on
watched.
Hulu.
What's it about?
So it's like
We asked him what it's about, not you.
Yeah, all right.
No, it's about like the world ending. Like saying they like a group of like the government,
Okay.
the richest people in the world. Also,
Yeah,
they
all
create a
billionaires.
city underneath the mountain. I even
Underneath the
forgot.
mountains in
Underneath the
Colorado.
mountain, and they're living in that mountain. But then there's all like these.
Trouble.
Yeah, you can probably explain it better.
So, like,
Yeah, so
culty?
I'll take back
So-
over. So anyway,
Culty?
this guy
It's
is the
culty?
president. You know what? You go fuck yourself.
I
I'm
like
not telling
cults.
shit.
I like
So no,
cults.
I'll. So he's right. So the world is about to end. There's like a super caldera that erupts in Antarctica, and it sends like tsunamis across the world. And the United States government and all the billionaires get together, and they build like this paradise underneath the mountains of Colorado, but it's limited to 25,000 people.
Oof.
So
Wow, you paid attention a lot more.
they,
than that. I didn't know that.
I told
shit.
you. Yeah.
He also probably looks shit up on his phone while he's
Exactly.
watching
Hey,
the
here's
show.
the best part. I was
It's
watching.
yeah.
All right, come on,
Instagram at the same time.
25,000 people.
So
What else we got?
25,000 people, and then like the president stays the president like indefinitely.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want me to go into because I'm going to wreck the whole show.
Don't
if I
wreck
watch
the
it.
whole
It's good. It's good.
It's good. I would
Did you watch the
definitely
show
recommend
This
it.
Is Us?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
The black guy, and This Is Us, the dad.
Okay.
What's his name? He's
Wait,
the one of the
This
main
Is Us.
actors.
Is that the? Oh, I'm thinking about The Last of Us.
No. This Is Us.
Oh,
That's
this
that.
is up with the dad,
On
with the
NBC.
firefighter dad
Yes,
that died?
yes.
You stayed through that whole
Yo,
show?
that show.
Was it-
I
did
was
you
depressed
cry
like
all
2
the
months
time?
after
That's what I'm
I watched it, and I'm like,
I don't even know. about it.
I was forcing myself every night to fucking watch. I'm like, what am I doing to
I
myself?
don't know what you were doing.
What
I
does my
don't-
life come to?
I
I
just
mean, it
don't
was
understand.
hugely popular, but
It was.
I don't even know about it.
this is the one that was on like ABC or something like that.
NBC, and it was just
The dad was,
I was
all
thinking of the one
involved
where
in
you
their
were talking about
lives.
it.
It was
The video
The
game
Last
on
of Us,
HBO.
yeah, it was like the perfect family, which is crock of shit, but it was like the perfect
Why?
family.
Because he was black.
No,
No.
no, he's black. He's adopted by white parents, and it's just it was just like they make
The
it's
dad
like,
died.
It's like when an
Somebody died in
episode
a
wasn't
fire,
so
right?
sad,
Yes.
at the end they just make you fucking cry. Like, no, you're gonna cry this episode. It's
horrible.
You son of a bitch.
I could never
You
watch.
know?
I could never watch. I saw Coming Attractions. I'd be like, I can't watch that show.
I'm not a big like emotional TV guy, but like I noticed like you know what gets me is like when the soldiers come home and they surprise their families.
Yeah.
Like that one, I'm always like,
It's and also
Yeah.
that's the music behind the clip. It's the music.
oh,
that does
dude,
it.
music
100%.
Yeah.
That stupid fucking Sarah McLachlan with the arms
Yeah.
of an angel with the saddest
Yes.
dogs
Yes.
you've
Exactly.
ever seen in your life. I'm like, here's my money.
I don't have the
Change.
animal thing like that. I
No?
don't. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not.
me
I'm
either.
not, I'm
Me
not a
either.
total fucking beast.
You don't
like
get
to
sad
where-
when you see an
But
animal
like,
like
no,
this.
a few weeks ago when my
Charlie
dog was
was
about to
beaten
kick
half-
it, I was seriously considering letting him fucking go. But I got pressure, from the other side.
I forgot to ask you. That dog survived?
He survived. Yeah, $14,000 later, he survived.
14 what?
Jesus Christ.
He's got insurance on the dog. Don't worry about it.
14.
How old was your dog?
My dog was a mastiff. Their average lifespan's about 8 years old. He lived to
Okay.
11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He, dude, you want to talk about spending money. That dog, he was from the dog meat trades of Korea. Somebody else, they flew him out here. I saw him on the internet, adopted him, and then 7 months needed a hip. And then he walked on his tippy toes like he was in high heels.
Did you hear that?
You just
Fucking
cracked
Christ.
like
Ankles just
crazy,
went
bro.
click.
Holy
It was like a ballet dancer.
He can't leave.
Can somebody
Holy
call
shit.
911, please?
So
Well, I finished the story. Call
He would walk his hind legs on like his high heel, like he was in high heels, and he had tons of problems. We've been spending like I think it's $457 a month in medication
Oh, wow.
for at least 8 years on
Did you
that.
just say his dog was gay?
No,
Like high heels?
no.
Yeah, I mean, I love animals. I love dogs. I have a dog. I love him. But at the same time, like, I don't, and I'm sure I'll be sad when he goes. I'm not saying I won't be sad. But like some people, like, I know this guy, super fucking rich guy. He's got a dog and he flies his fucking thing all around the world.
Oh, that's
He's
what it
got
is.
the dog
Rich,
on
crazy.
chemotherapy. Like the dog, like he brings the
crazy
dog.
people.
He brings the dog to like special like fucking hospitals, and the dog has chemo appointments. I'm like, how do you do this?
Yeah,
Because you got to think of money to burn, dude. That's like
He's got a lot
problems
of
we
money
don't
for
have.
it. But still, even if I had it like that,
So I know I
still, I
played.
don't think I'd do it.
I played gay till you have this like no big deal. When your money makes so much money, you can't outspend it.
Yeah.
You know.
I got mauled by street dogs in Sicily when I was 5 years old.
Did you really?
I was in the hospital for like
That changed
a
your
week.
perspective.
Yeah.
So you petrified the dogs?
Well,
I'm
everywhere
not
else in
a
the world,
biggest
street
fan,
dogs is a
but
thing.
Because street dogs in Sicily back then, they were like all over the place. So I'm in this little piazza playing with my friends, and these two dogs like attacked me, and I had like a cut in the back of my head.
damn.
It was crazy. Yeah.
I always feel like when I see a dog, I have a dog, but I got a, what are they called? Charos? What are those big ass fucking, it's almost like a Mastiff, but it's they have their own signs that
Great
say
Dane?
beware. It's
Great-
like a great,
Chow chows.
Chow chow.
Those don't look like fucking.
no,
mastiffs at
those
all.
are the hairy ones. It's,
Yeah.
oh, Corso.
Canny Corso.
Oh,
Yeah,
Connie
yeah.
Corsos.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
got
an
one of
Italian
those.
dog.
So I have
It's the Italian
four.
wood dog.
I have
Yeah.
four little kids, and
Awesome
this
dog.
thing
Very.
barks like you
Really?
feel it in your chest when this thing barks across the street. But I always have this like feeling like if I'm walking my dog or something and a dog comes up to me, I feel like I could take him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like do you feel like you could like
Come on,
just
you-
like kick them and or are
So I
they
think
just
it's,
like gonna
I'm not scared.
like I'll get hurt.
The
I'll
odds that
definitely
you-
get
Yeah.
hurt.
I know. I
But I
get what
feel
you're
like
saying
I could
though.
pummel the shit out of a dog.
If you
like,
can
it's
get to
really
his
attacking
collar, if you can get to his collar, you can fuck him up.
And
You
then
think you got that kind of
If
cardio?
you can't get to the collar, you're in trouble.
That's it. All right.
You got to get to the collar.
But
and you fucking drill him
kill
into the
your
ground.
arm.
You know.
They're gonna kill you.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm
You
probably
just
just
rear naked
talk.
choke, dude.
I'll talk shit to the dog, and then I'll just start running.
What, motherfucker? What?
Fuck out of here!
Fuck out of here.
But I feel like a swift kick or something like that. I know they don't feel
swift
everything.
kick?
But like, yeah, like
The
I
odds
don't
of
think
you-
I'd stop. That's the problem. Like,
No.
you really
like a
can't. have
visual
me.
of you doing one of these, like one of the like rollout kicks.
The dog runs up on him. He's like this.
Stupid me. I'm gonna get attacked in a week. I'm gonna slip, and that thing's gonna maul the shit out of me. It's gonna.
Yeah,
get
but
right
that's a
in my back.
big dog. That's a you definitely don't want to.
No, that's,
you know,
that's
really
the
big
dog.
dog.
The
Tango
Connie
with a
Corso
Connie
is-
And every
Corso,
time
yeah.
they walk it, like there's 5 different people. Spanish house, so a lot of people live in there.
What's wrong with Spanish?
Oh shit! I'm gonna get fucking canceled by the end of this. Holy shit!
I think Spanish people are great, bro. I love tacos.
It's good, Sal. It's it. You're
There's like
done.
5, 6 people that walk this thing, and they all got
we
it. like,
invited you over
tight.
there to ruin your reputation. Hey, why don't you come on our show? We'll fuck you all up.
Shit.
Hey, Sal, it's Frank. I can't have you on the podcast anymore. Sorry.
That's it. The Chinese are
I'll cut
after
that
her.
one out too.
No, but that guy. So listen, I don't disagree with you, but that Connie Corso is bred to fuck shit up.
That's what I'm saying.
That
It
is
looks
the
like it.
that is the dog. Like that is the gold
protection
standard
dogs. The
for
protection dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the odds of you literally like booting that thing in the head and landing a clean shot. First of all, the head is like that,
It's
and it's thick.
huge.
It's not
if
like
it
you
stands
and me.
up, it could put its front paws on my shoulders
Yeah.
probably.
So like honestly,
I
I
gotta
think your
look that
best
up.
bet is to put your arm
never seen
out,
them?
take the bite, and just
Yeah.
rear naked
Big
choke that
black
thing.
fuck.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I think you just got. I think you got to black out, and you really just got to go nuts on them.
No.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think there's any stopping. It's like go back in the house
Oh,
to your kids and shit.
Run for your
Go
life!
back in the house, Daddy will be fine.
You know what's funny? I've always thought about that. I always thought if a dog attacks me, I swear to God, I might black out and just fuck him up.
I
No,
think
but you have no other
do.
choice.
You can't
gotta
just
go.
be like, stop it, and like hold it and get
Yeah,
your
but
arm
here's the
mauled.
thing about dogs. This is the truth about dogs: is that dogs sense your fear. When they sense your fear, then they get crazy. If
I
you
get
show that you're not afraid, a dog completely shrinks back.
You got to do
Because
this
like
thing.
if you think about the dog is looking up at you, like it's like what is this thing that's walking on
You
2
gotta do
legs?
the thing
fucking-
I
This
saw.
thing
you know what I
has
mean? like
this thing has a harder bite than a lion.
So let me
kind
tell
of
you.
cost a serious
Yeah,
animal.
dude, I'm not kidding. It is the gold standard for fucking shit.
All right, so I won't fuck with that.
So
dog.
listen,
I won't.
what if you did what I told you to do to Jesse?
But just show my dick. Pulled out my pants.
We were talking before.
That'd be
These
the
guys
wrong-
are gonna maybe fight for charity because
All right.
Kurt was talking shit one day, and I said, I go, you know, if you want to win the fight, just like right when you're about to square up, just drop your pants. How you watch them run away? You win the fight.
I'll definitely run away
It would work on you, definitely.
for sure. I'm not, running towards dicks. Yeah. It's usually not my MO.
Jesse, lay down. Take the count.
Just doing jiu-jitsu with a dragon across your face.
It would be worse if we were
So
doing
about
jiu-jitsu.
these Italian street dogs, they're a big thing over there?
I don't think now anymore. I haven't been there since 2013.
Are they like
My
the
father
street dogs
retired and he's living out there like a king with his pension.
Ah,
and
nice.
In
Yeah,
Sicily?
in Sicily.
That's
You know what I mean?
I bet.
Over here, he would have to get a full-time job. Over there, he's living
Just to
like,
pay the taxes.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think they have those street dogs like they used to in the 80s and 90s anymore.
They still in like other countries. Like you go to like Aruba, you could be on the beach. All of a sudden, there's like a golden retriever walking down the beach,
Yeah.
and you feel bad for him. You start feeding him stuff. You let me get a cheeseburger that's 40% over what it should be. And you start feeding these dogs. You start considering taking them home.
I ain't saving a dog from Aruba.
No?
In the DR, there used to be a lot of street dogs, and then they would start to fucking put like poison in the fucking.
Yeah, I think it's really rare now. I don't
That's
think
a
you see
skit.
that.
Because
What's his
they would hit chicken coops, like because everybody down there
Oh,
has
yeah, definitely.
has chicken coops, and they have like their own animals and stuff.
What's the
And so, like,
Italian comedian from Chicago?
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Sebastian.
He talks about like his dad used to put the poison.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
with the cats. Used
Oh,
to
yeah,
fuck
for
up
his
the,
garden and shit.
the
Yeah,
garden,
yeah.
And speaking of Sebastian Maniscalco, he really like opened the door a lot to like the Italian American comedians.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
his
Entenmann's thing. The
yeah,
cake with
his
the doorbell rings.
stories are so relatable to not
so
only
relatable.
Italians to a lot of people, but he like literally hit the nail on the
I
head
love
with
him.
that.
I've
See,
seen
with
him.
Sebastian
Yeah, I've seen him
Maniscalco,
twice.
he's not like a fucking Ginzo.
Right,
fucking,
but
you know what I mean?
it would,
He's not. He's
see
a regular
the thing is,
Italian
his
guy.
father was born in the same town as
Yeah.
me, and Sebastian would kind of like he would. I think he would cringe also with
Yeah.
the type of shit that he would see.
Super cringeworthy.
You know what I mean? He's met some of these social media guys from Queens, and I know you could tell he probably cringed from meeting them. You know what I mean?
I like
But,
how you put the from Queens part in there.
Yeah, that shit. Oh, shit. I don't want no problems. No, but I'm good friends with a lot of them. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people, and I'll mention his name, a lot of people give Little Mo shit. But the reason why I have a lot of respect for Mo is because he's been this way. Like Frank, my friends grew up with him.
Right.
He's been this way since day one.
Right. So he's always.
So this is him. This is who he is. He's not trying to act like somebody else. This is literally how he talks every day.
And he's one of the first guys to
And
do
he's
it.
one of the first guys to do it. And the way he-
With a camera in his face.
Can't take it away from
So
him.
I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. So I saw a video of him being interviewed, and he was normal.
Yeah.
And he spoke about how he feels like he has a mental illness because when he's doing all, how you doing? Let me get
Yeah.
a side of no problems. He's like, that's my mania. And he's like, I'm all the way up. And
Well,
it was
he
so
opened up
refreshing.
about himself.
It was so refreshing to see that side of it because it's like, oh, all right, he's
Yeah.
a normal guy too.
Exactly.
You know,
He just started going out. Sorry, he just started going out doing real comedy.
Stand
right?
up.
And I can't
I saw a
believe, and one day I think we're gonna have him on the podcast soon. Like I'm gonna tell him, I are you as surprised as we are how good you are in your stand up? Because
Right.
I don't think he thought he was gonna be that good.
Yeah.
I didn't think because it's different from doing stand up and having that, doing those skits and doing those videos, just say how you doing every day. But he's fucking killing it,
takes
and
balls
he's
to get up on
actually
stage.
funny doing it. You
I
know
haven't
what I mean?
seen it yet.
No, his stand up is not that bad. It's like, and it's getting better and better. And
I
he's
think all of
selling
you
out.
guys could probably do it. It's just a matter of like working at the art form. It's because it's different.
Right, it is.
It's a little
And
bit of
look
a
how long it
different
took him to do
mechanism.
it. He
also-
waited a while.
It's also much easier to have like your phone in front of your face and you're talking to this.
Well, sure,
When you
yeah.
all of a sudden
Absolutely.
You look up
Yeah,
and there's 300
absolutely.
people
That-
staring at you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like a lot easier for me to do a skit in front of my phone. Nobody's home.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what
and
I
you
mean?
can
It's
edit
just-
it 1,000 times until you like
exactly.
it.
Do you
to
ever
make it
feel
funny.
like silly when you're looking at your phone and you're
Oh
doing
yeah,
this stuff?
you know what I mean. There's times that's why if I do something, I'm like, that's why spur of the moment for me always works. That's when my stuff comes
Yeah,
out.
when
I
you
feel
don't
like the
think about it,
funniest
right.
because the more I think about something, if I put too much thought into something, I end up taking it down like 5-10 minutes later. I'm like, I look like an idiot.
Do you use the camera side, like this side, or you use this side?
I do use that side. I should use the other side.
This way.
Yeah,
I think the
that's
camera's better on
better
that side,
camera.
right?
But now they have that thing. You see that thing that they sell that you could put something in the back of your phone
So you can see yourself.
so you can see yourself. It's like a
Interesting.
screen, so you could record this way, but you can still see
Yeah,
yourself.
that's
I
cool.
never saw that.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok Shop, like everything else. But I didn't get it yet.
Timu was big too with that shit. Like, there's just like all those like
What the
things.
fuck
came
is
out.
Temu?
I don't know. I think it's a Chinese company. They say it's like
like Walmart or
Amazon,
something?
but it just
Amazon?
takes forever to get to you.
Because it's in China.
Fucking dude.
Interesting.
Dude, if they got their product here as fast as they moved into his neighborhood,
It's a wrap.
To get it.
it's like a superpower.
Who else are we gonna insult?
I don't know. Whoever
Give
we
it
touched
time,
yet.
man. Give it time. I try not to fuck with the Muslims because they randomly explode. I'm just not as safe.
Yeah.
Phew.
You might want to take that one
Vincent.
out.
Oh man.
Fucking
No, I like
A.
to make fun of everybody, dude. This shit, it's funny, right? Equal
Dark
opportunity.
humor is
offender.
funny. You know what I mean? Dark humor is
Well,
funny.
when you're not really like, I think it's pretty obvious when somebody is like a hateful,
Yeah.
angry person and they're saying things. That's a lot different than when you're just fucking cracking jokes. You know
So
what I mean, like
Patrice
it's very different
O'Neal,
thing.
remember Patrice O'Neal?
Yeah, yeah.
He said it best. He's like, if white people would just learn how to like put the fuck in the right place, and then he goes into like a story about he's like white people would be like, yeah, and no, I think it was either Patrice or Bill Burr. He's like, yeah, these fucking white people, these fucking Chinese, as opposed to like, yo, this Chinese motherfucker over here. It sounds so much better.
You know what it is? If you're gonna insult the culture, right, in comedy, you got to make sure you say it perfectly right. Like it's got to be funny, and you got to like nail it on the head. Like even Kill Tony, when he said that thing about the Puerto Ricans.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, with the
He fucked it up the way he said it, like
Yes.
garbage. Like as funny as a comedian he is, the way he said it, he
He
just
stressed out the wrong
He
word.
stressed out the wrong word too much.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm sure he regrets the way he delivered that. But
He
it's
really
just
blew
about,
that one.
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
blew it
he
hard.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
it happened 20 minutes ago.
Gotta.
Well, because he did it in kind of like an angry way. He did it.
Well, he
kinda
also,
Yeah, exactly.
He
That's what I'm
also
saying.
has that pompous
That like dry,
sound to
yeah.
him. Like he,
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm Puerto
He
Rican and Italian. Both cultures are that kind of loose-going people that
Yeah.
like make fun of each other, and
Right.
and I feel like the Puerto Ricans probably would not have gotten offended to any real deep level. But he was very like hateful. He was very like
Yeah, I
condescending,
think he comes
and
off
not
that way.
not in a funny guy kind of
Yeah, yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah,
But in a kind of like
that
you know,
roast, yeah, that's true. That roasted Tom Brady. He was like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, he
felt
killed
like
it.
I felt like he wanted to fucking punch him in the face too.
that was,
killed it.
that was a hell
That
of
was
a
a
bit,
crazy
though.
roast.
He
Yeah, he
killed
killed
that
it.
bit.
It's the first time I ever seen him. I had no
Oh,
clue who
really?
he was. Yeah,
Kill Tony's pretty good, but you watch it and it's a little too long. Like,
Yes,
it's-
yeah.
I think it's like 2.5 hours or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
it is.
So
They
there's
were
only
just
so
at the
much you can
Garden.
do, but you get. If you watch it for a little bit or you see clips, he's really good at interviewing
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
And all he's really doing is interviewing a regular person. So
Exactly.
you're gonna get something funny out of them. They're trying to get something out of him. You know what I mean? So it's pretty good.
Well, going back to what you were saying, like I really think like how you are and how you say your delivery. But if there's like hate in your heart behind that stuff, it oozes
yeah.
out of you.
yeah.
But I guess that's not true when you're talking about. Not that it's not true, but it's harder to detect that when it's on a screen in social media.
Exactly.
It's hard, and then it goes viral, and then people are like, you know,
forget it.
people just take it out of
Well,
context.
it's just like a text too. You don't know sarcasm in a text.
Oh,
most of the
dude, I
time.
read the
Yeah.
text messages with my biggest insecurities.
Yeah.
blazing all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
that's the worst.
It's the worst. Yeah, that's why I'm like I still appreciate a phone call. You and John probably hate it. I'm constantly
No, they
like,
can't
no,
stand phone calls.
I don't love text conversation.
Right.
Text is for business. Text is for okay, go here, do this.
Yep.
I'll be here at 2. You know what
I
mean?
call
Like,
John all the time.
Yeah,
all
don't
the
call
time.
John.
He's
John-
always like,
he doesn't like
hey,
phone.
Hey.
You know what I'll do though? I'll do a lot of voice memos because sometimes if I send this text message, let me do a voice memo.
That's a
instead,
very international thing.
and I'll do that. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a very international. Everybody from everywhere else does voice notes.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's creepy. Like you used to tell me that Chris always gave you voice notes.
Yeah,
and
but
I
he
always
doesn't-
felt like
he-
that's a
he-
creepy.
no, but he
I know
doesn't
that
count.
he's
fucking
crazy
from another planet.
But I'm saying, if I sent you a voice note, you'd listen to it and be like, "All right, he's just leaving a voice
No,
note."
but like all of my, you know, like the Spanish world, like that's all.
he didn't
voice
answer.
notes.
Notice how he didn't answer.
What?
If I send you a voice note, are you listening to it and saying, "Kurt, you fucking annoying and creepy," or are you gonna be like, "All right, this is better than text"?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're saying to me.
Yeah. Hey, I guess.
Fucking
You
kill
know,
you,
if you
Jesse.
tell me about how you want to take your dick out while you're fighting me, I'm gonna say maybe we should stop
That
with
was
the
his
voice notes.
idea. It wasn't my idea.
But dude, I got enough problems
Not
on
gonna
this
take my
show.
dick. Yeah, he's already canceled this guy.
It's funny the mentality we have now though, right? When people call, I'm like, "What the fuck are you calling me for? Why aren't you texting me?" Like
My phone
I
just
ended up
doesn't
hating
stop.
phone calls.
I just like I.
know what I mean?
I'm so. This is the best worst thing to ever happen.
Well,
It really
I
is.
agree.
It's just the accessibility to
I
me though
agree.
is
You
real.
don't like phone calls?
I don't.
I see.
I'll like a text message like, "Sal, what are you doing? Give me a call when you get a chance. No problem." Then I'll
Oh,
call
okay,
you.
all right.
That
'Cause
I don't
do
mind.
that. I do that
Yeah,
sometimes.
that I don't mind.
You like and you seem quiet.
Yeah.
Not loud, not boisterous.
See, a lot of people when they see me on social media, they think they're gonna get this fucking loud. You
Yeah.
know, no, exactly. But
How
I'm
you
actually
doing?
a shy, quiet person. Believe it or not.
I think a lot
You
of
know?
creative people are.
Yeah.
You know,
appreciate it.
a lot of creative people are that. You know.
Yeah. So I don't come. I definitely even if I like when I go on a date, and you know, a woman knows me from social media. Like you know, I expected like this loud, you know, overwhelming person. It's actually really refreshing that you're not giving me a
Yeah,
headache.
absolutely.
Have you gone out on dates with people who like DM you?
Yeah, I have.
Why you fucking
You know,
blowing a guy's spot up?
I'm just wondering
No,
if it's weird. I
no,
wanna know
it's
if
Dude,
it's
who
weird.
doesn't love a good
the
group?
whole fucking dating scene is weird. Like
is,
it's
right?
just
Oh, yeah.
it's
We
just
talk
a
about that a
disaster,
lot.
man. I could talk about that for hours. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped. I got divorced like 5 years ago. And I went through, you go through your phases, you know, slut phase, your fucking angry phase, all these fucking phases. You go
Yeah.
through them.
Very
You know?
Super
Oh,
relatable.
We go through phases.
I'm not going through any of them.
And
yet.
I-
You just look straight at me.
You know? I went on binge dating. I went one day, I went on a date.
What's binge dating?
Every day for a week. Different girl.
Damn, good for you.
No.
Well, I'm
So
saying,
one time, you know,
I'm
I
tired,
meet
bro.
a girl from Bumble. Now, something's told me that, you know, this girl's pictures are face up, every picture. You know, so what do? I meet her. She's a very sweet girl, but all right, we finally meet. She's about 300 pounds. Minimum. I'm not, what do? I'm gonna be a gentleman. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
gonna
gonna
run
be mean.
away.
You got to go to
know what I
tapas.
mean?
You can't feed that.
You know what I mean? So,
go to a place with small plates.
so I went,
I beat you. Now we're going after
yeah.
fat people.
you know what I mean? We went for a drink, we had a nice conversation, and that was it. You know what I mean? But you get a lot of bad experiences.
You went to go get Chinese?
You know what we need?
She's gonna be
you know what
hungry
they-
in 20
You know what they need
minutes.
to do? They need to
Feed
bring
it
back.
twice.
They need to bring back America Online chat rooms.
Oh my God, dude, they were the Wild West.
Okay, because back then you couldn't see the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Today there's so much like you see someone, but it's definitely not the same
Well, it's so
person
much
that
crazy
you meet.
expectation.
The expectation is different. Like we need to go back to the basics. Bring back AOL chat rooms, the Long Island, Brooklyn hotties, Italian hotties, all this shit. Remember that shit?
Are you
yeah.
saying?
You know what I
So
mean?
are you saying like more than 50% of the girls don't look like what they look
More
like?
than 50%.
I was so jammed up about the
That's
AOL chat rooms
crazy.
because I was thinking gay and lesbian
Yeah,
chat
there's
rooms.
see,
Remember
I'm a
that shit back
very,
in the day?
I'm a very.
You said
Yeah.
the most horrendous shit to people.
My type is plain. I know
Okay.
some girls was like
Not
if
the
I
fake
call a girl
eyelashes and
plain,
all
they're
that
like,
kind
oh,
of
that's
stuff.
insulting. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not insulting you. Plain is what I like.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just like no.
I hate cake makeup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I
gotta take
don't
'em
like
swimming,
I don't
dude.
like high maintenance. I don't like all that. But nowadays it's just that's how it is. But then the pictures, the filtering, the
The filters should be illegal. I have a friend of ours. We got together like a couple parents,
Yeah.
all the kids are friends, and this girl Julie took a picture of us and put the filter on. I was like,
You look good?
I was like, God damn, I look great in this picture. And then I started looking at everybody else, and the one girl didn't even. It looked like she was 20 years younger than she is.
Yeah.
And I was like, first of all, A, what filter is that? And then B, like, send that to me,
sometimes
please.
not even filter. They change their whole fucking face.
I
It's,
can't
it's
imagine.
insane.
That's nuts. That would
I'll show
bug
you
me
guys a
out.
picture after the show. It's like you guys will be shocked
that it's the same person.
that it's the same person.
Really?
I got it before and after.
It's rough out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, like I
rough
said,
I did an autism. I can't even say it because she follows me, so I can't even say
Oh,
it. Yeah. So forget about
It's
that.
really-
I thought we were just talking without the cameras for a second.
That's how we do it over here.
happens.
We got to be careful.
that would make me insane though. If I'm nervous, you already think you're gonna meet somebody that what they look like, and then you can't even pick them out.
On
of the
top
ball.
of it, though, you know what it is also. There's a lot more people out there now in their late 30s. A lot more
Yes.
women out there in their late 30s, early 40s. That
Single.
never had kids. They never got married.
Right.
So the pressure that a lot of women have on
Sure.
themselves right
Societal
now,
pressure,
it's
yeah.
like
Bag
as
one.
soon as we start talking, do you want kids?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
how about we get a fucking drink first?
Isn't that like a prerequisite when you fill out some of these like paid ones where like
Yeah.
people want to know your intentions?
And my thing says don't want kids. So it's just like, why are you
You're not even reading
like,
it.
you know what I mean? Are you reading
Yeah.
it? You know
My
what I'm
sister
trying to
is on there. She's I think she's one of my 40s, so she's 34, I think.
Yeah.
And just like I have to stop her. I'm constantly like, I don't want to know. Stop telling me.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you don't understand how. I'm like, Chris. I'm like, I'm a man. I know how bad it could be.
Right.
And I can't even imagine because when I first came, when that stuff came around, I was already dating my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw what my friends did, and it was the Wild West.
Yeah.
You know,
I think my sister gave up. She's 9 years older than me, and she tried for a little while. And
Yeah,
she was like,
it's. I know people that have been single for 9-10 years that
Yeah.
have divorced, and they just like, you know, and it's just now I feel like I've gotten very comfortable of
That's good.
being this way.
yeah.
yeah, but
You
you
know
don't
what I
want to
mean? Like-
sacrifice your peace, right? That's
Yeah,
a big thing.
exactly. That's like I don't want to sacrifice my peace, and that's the thing. And it's just there's a lot more pressure out there. Dating has become nothing but pressure nowadays.
But then at that point, you're just gonna see somebody, and it's just gonna work.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? There's
Exactly.
gonna be no
like
effort
this
to
whole
it.
this whole dating site
Right.
stuff. I got off of it. There's nothing natural about it. That's
Right.
not how you're gonna meet someone. It's possibility. People meet.
Sure.
But you know what I mean? It's gonna happen like on its own when it wants to happen, and that's it.
Dude, I
Just
met
gotta
my
keep
wife
it
in
that way.
church. I was doing a funeral. She was there for a baptism. We made eye contact.
There you go.
I try to be like, you know, a professional. I'm like, I can't like pick up a girl in church. Meanwhile, I got a casket behind me. A family's crying. So like, I was real cool about it. And then it turned out to be my secretary's daughter, which made it even worse for me.
Yeah.
Because I was in my dirtbag phase at that point too, and I was like, you don't shit where you eat. And
Yeah.
then like, I met her, and it was like,
Yeah, those phases make us stronger,
You're funny,
bro.
man.
bro, I met her, and then like, there was no stress to it. Like, she became my like
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
You know, obviously she supports a touch of racism here and there.
I'm looking at the dirtbag phase.
Right.
I mean, I say dirtbag. I said
phase.
slut phase.
You said slut
but
phase. I tried to be.
He took it
I mean,
further.
That's
He
it.
took
Tried
it
to.
further.
He's like,
tried
I just
to-
walk around with my cock out all day. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but like I met my
Jesse's
ex.
in his dirtbags phase
I-
right
I-
now.
Speaking of, you mentioned Russo's on the Bay before. That's where I met my ex-wife from Russo's on the Bay. You know what I mean? I was DJing a wedding back then. Like, you know,
Diamond
that's how we
girl.
met. I think we were playing freestyle,
There you go.
and that's how we met. You know what I mean? She came up, but there's nothing really
How
like
long were you
that.
married?
11 years.
I'm divorced. I'm not saying too much because I'm like right in there.
Oh shit! I'm sorry to hear that. Man.
Nah, it's it.
Hey, listen, it takes time. It took us like 4 years to finally get peaceful, but now we get along, and
Good.
as long as my kids are happy,
Yep.
Oh,
that's
it.
all that
Yes.
matters.
all
That's
that
it.
matters.
And seeing them happy now is just like it's great. That's all you.
How do they? You let them watch the videos?
My kids get annoyed. Well, she doesn't get annoyed. My daughter acts like she gets annoyed when I get recognized. Like I'll get recognized in the most random places, like Chick-fil-A. So like,
say
oh
fast
Sal,
food
you know I
places.
love your videos, and it's just like my daughter's like, oh here we go again, and then it's just like
She
you know,
doesn't like it.
She acts like she does. She
How
acts
old
like
is
she
she?
annoys her, and then she's like, oh my god, Dad, you're famous. I'm like, Lucia, I'm not famous. Baby.
How old is he?
She's 10, but she's like going on 17.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
so like
Yep. I got a 12.
That's
year old.
another
You know what I
problem
mean?
too with like the phones and social media. It's like these kids grow up so fast.
They do. I was having a conversation yesterday. I forgot about what with my daughter, and it was like, how are you having this conversation with me? God, I forgot what it was, but
Because they're
it'll
always
come
around
to me.
adults.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm
It's
like,
annoying.
how is this happening right now? How are
Speaking
you-
of even The Last of Us, I was watching it last night and I paused it because my son Vincent walks in the room. He's 9.
yeah,
And he sits down and he was asking my wife questions about like the dog and the euthanasia. And then he sees the TV and he goes, I know Last of Us. And this is a rated R show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, like, it is all violence.
yeah.
And I'm like, when did you learn how to read? A, and then B, like, how do you know about it? He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I watched it about it on YouTube.
Clips on YouTube.
Good parental
Yeah.
control.
Like-
Good parental control you got going on.
I'm pretty open with my
I blame
kids.
that on you.
I'm pretty open with my kids on stuff like I mean
we were friends.
they don't watch like, you know, crazy R-rated shit, but I don't like I'm not too big like with the cursing and the fucking
Yeah.
like because I kind of feel like
You curse all the time. That's
He
why.
just cursed
Yeah.
after he said, I'm not big with
It's
cursing.
different.
no, I mean I'm saying like I'm not big with like, you know, like I've explained to them like listen, cursing is not like, you know, because sometimes like parents will make kids feel as though like they're fucking, you know, they just killed Jesus
Right.
Christ
Yeah.
because they
No,
said fuck.
I
And
know.
I try to say like
Too soon.
it's not that big of a deal.
Dude, he just got back.
soon.
He just left yesterday.
We just did Easter.
It's Greek
But I
Easter
try to
today.
say, like, listen, it's not that it's a big deal. You got to understand what you can say,
Right.
when you can say something, who you're around. These things are more important than like these. You know, and I try to not be too like.
I agree with. I'm guilty of that because
Yeah.
I raised my kids a little bit too pure. Like if we're listening to a song and there's the word "fucking" and she's like, "Daddy, take it off." I'm like, Lucia, it's
Right, it's
okay
like
as long
relax.
as you're not saying it.
Yeah.
You
So
know
do
what I
you
mean?
sing the N-word in the Biggie music or no?
You do it
You know
by
what's funny?
yourself.
My son,
100%.
my son hears that word in school because he's in high school now.
Yeah.
and in Queens,
They play video games?
and it.
Because it's all over the video games.
Yeah, he's not. No, he doesn't. He's not into. He's into like his DS, but not like online stuff.
When they get into Fortnite, dude, it is
And we had to talk to him about that word because he has kids saying it in school. I'm like, buddy, you cannot say that word ever. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, okay. Because like I said, he's very like, he'll just say things sometimes.
My kids are, my wife is Dominican. So my kids are Dominican, Italian, and Puerto Rican, which is insane. And one time I hear them having a conversation with each other. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, well, if you're Spanish and you're like kind of brown, you could say the N-word. And they're like, they're 9 and 10. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys saying?
Yeah. my kid's buddy on the soccer team said that he was allowed to say it.
Did you ever see that video where the Mexican says it? Did you ever see that video where the Mexican says it?
Fat Mexican dude. He's like, no, I can say it.
He goes like, oh, okay.
And then they make up at the end. Dude, you know what? Like,
this guy might have seen every video on the internet.
I know.
I'm pretty positive that you've seen every
That's a funny
video.
video.
Your parental control is terrible. You don't even know that your kids can read.
When they told me that, I told them, I said, listen, I don't make the rules, but I would recommend that you probably don't do that because eventually you might come across somebody who doesn't like it.
Yep.
With all the shit he said today, I'm pretty sure that word's going to come out.
It's waiting for it. It's no. There's a line, right?
Hard R.
You got to do stand up. We got to get him. We got to write a bit for him.
No, you definitely got a delivery. I'll say that. I was thinking about that already.
The racism is just everybody's so sensitive about it. So it's like to me, it's like I like to just.
You remind me a little bit of that comedian. What's his name? He's huge right now. He does the Down syndrome really well.
Oh, what's his name? We were just talking about
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis. He
reminds me a little bit of Shane Gillis.
He did on Saturday Night Live where he's like, I used to be a depressed dad, not interested, this, that, the other thing. He's like, then my doctor wrote me a script for a couple of beers. He's like, and now, and then he starts arguing with the umpire about it. So, not my son, great job, kid. My kid strikes out. He's like, there's a couple of side effects from a couple of beers is like, you may feel drowsy. Then you should ask your doctor about a little bump. And dude, I thought it was so funny, but everybody
I can relate so much.
I never fucked with drugs.
So, they're doing a bit about me on Saturday Night Live.
You never fucked with drugs?
I never fucked with drugs. I had an uncle who was an actual heroin addict. Yeah. And I saw how that affected my family, so I stayed away from it. Funny.
Is that a true story that you just said?
I swear to God.
Because I don't know what's true with you.
I swear to God. No, yeah. I had an uncle he's a recovered heroin addict. And like I saw how that kind of fucked up the family. So drugs always scared me. So fast forward 40 years later, I was out with my wife and my kids, friends, parents, 2 other sets of parents. We go to their house, and one of the parents doesn't drink. And he has like this fruity drink on the table. I grab it, and I take a sip. I'm like, oh, this isn't bad, right? It's like a Red Bull can shape size.
Took a drink of another man's drink?
No, they put it out. They were like, try it.
Got
so
it.
I take a sip. I'm like, oh, it's not bad. I drank like half the drink, and then I look on the side of the can. I've never smoked weed in my life. I look on the side of the can. It's like 5 milligrams of THC.
The weed cans? Nice.
I'm like,
my favorite.
Fuck.
Fucking love them.
So, but I've never smoked weed in my life. I've never been high.
How'd it go?
Exactly how you would imagine how I would be.
You got
high.
nervous?
So all of a sudden I'm sitting there.
He definitely flipped out.
Dude, I didn't flip. I kept calm.
Taste my tongue.
No, dude, I'm sitting there. My wife is hysterical laughing at me. I'm going, it's hot in here. And she's like, no, it's pretty good. I'm like, no, I'm hot. I start taking off my shirt.
Yeah.
My heart showed him you did.
Dude, I start walking around this guy's house. I'm in his office, right? We haven't known them that long. I'm walking around his house. I go in his basement where the kids are playing. I'm like just like looking for a place to sit down and quiet everything a little bit. I come back upstairs. They're like, "You're all right." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't know that there was THC in there." I'm like, "I'll be fine." Like I'm sitting there, and everyone's now like how you guys are, but there's another couple here. And everyone's asking me questions.
It's like an intervention.
And all I saw was eyeballs looking at me.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, a lot of questions. I'm like, I'm just gonna go sit on the couch by myself. You guys all stay here, please. I literally was on the couch like this. It's so hot. I don't feel good. I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. My wife is next to me. She's like, are you all right? I'm like, I'll be fine. She's hysterical laughing. Everybody else is laughing. But all I remember was all the eyes looking at me.
Now you got to do it again because you know what to expect and it'll be different.
I'm sure it will be.
We got to get him to do it on the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll just freak out and run out of here. Drive home, crash the car.
But lock the door. It's fine. Keep you in here.
But yeah, so I got drugged over the weekend, right before Easter.
Fucking A.
That was your first time.
First time.
God bless you.
40 years old.
You got any of those fancy questions?
I don't. I didn't print out fancy questions. No, I didn't print out my paper. I got one for you.
Good job.
Talk
good
amongst
job.
yourselves.
You have a serious fucking guest and you don't have any of the fucking questions.
Well, I didn't want to scare the guy. I didn't know he was going to be super racist the whole time.
This is going to be an hour and a half video that gets
No,
cut
Kurt,
down
I'm just
to
joking. I'm just
30
joking.
minutes.
I'm not putting you on the spot. But yeah.
So I'm trying to understand because you guys sat me down here like I was sitting, like I walked into the
Who
subway.
are these fucking people? That's the name of the show.
Yeah. So you guys are the host.
You ever watch gay porn?
No, I didn't watch.
That's how it is.
No,
No, I'm kidding.
Are you
So
part?
it-
Are you part of host also? Are you part
So
of-
I am the latest addition to Who Are These Guys?
all right, cool. I just want
I mean,
to
if he
understand.
keeps on talking this much, he's going to be kicked out.
Today was a big test.
It was a big test.
So Jesse Viola, it's Viola Media. It's
Okay.
he started it. They're friends from childhood.
Okay.
I know Jesse through a networking group, and then we became friendly. And then I wanted to do my own show, which is a podcast in regards to the funeral business.
Okay.
And then we just got along, we clicked, and he was like, "Hey, why don't you come on here and do this with us?"
And I have a partner, John, who usually sits there.
Okay.
He's away on vacation.
Oh, I got you. Okay. No, you definitely got a good delivery though. It's definitely-
John's like the glue that holds.
Yeah,
it all
John's the
together.
real host. We're,
Yeah.
we're kind of out of whack without
Yeah.
John. He's the Band-Aid.
Yeah, John would have like the serious good questions for you. Not that we don't have serious good questions,
Right. That's why at one point I didn't know when the show started.
We always do
But
that.
that's good.
because
That's actually I like that.
it
You
is-
don't have to make
because
it
we
so.
don't want to like everybody's gonna I feel like in this era of social media, everybody's like clout chasing. Everybody's like
Absolutely.
fucking, and it's like
Absolutely.
It's like you're doing your
And-
thing.
and
you
it's
got a
less- and it's
following,
less pressure
like,
this way.
Everybody's gonna say,
Yeah.
"All right, Sal, well, tell me what you're working on," and
Right.
and it's like I find it so much more interesting. It's like let's have a conversation as
Absolutely.
people.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And then it starts to flow, and then we start to go where we
I
go,
agree.
and
Dude, you should have seen
And
the last
that's-
guest him and I did together.
that was amazing.
It was amazing. It was a 9/11 firefighter who survived the collapse,
Oh, wow.
buried under rubble.
Well, I think he's gonna say something.
Yeah,
No.
we-
No, but he was
we
a
are not
fucking. The guy was
recapping that
the guy
fucking
was
show.
a fucking Looney Tune.
Lunatic.
Oh, really?
He gets buried under rubble. The ambulance crashes twice on the way to the hospital. He wakes up in dirty Jersey, which is hysterical to me. You survive all that, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm in New Jersey. And then he's sitting in this chair. We're interviewing him, and he goes, and I was dancing with a girl. He's like, and I told this chick, this is the first erection I had since 9/11. Dude,
God.
the guy was,
good.
super weird dude. Not a bad person, just
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
And I've learned to really appreciate different as I got older.
Oh, that's good.
So what's your daily day look like? You going to work? You
Really, just working with my kids. That's really it. To be honest with you, it's not very exciting.
I find that
everybody's
to
life,
be like a lot. Like everyone's always like with me. They're like, "Oh, dude, like, what's your life like? With the funeral home." And I'm like, "All right, I go to work. I come home.
Yeah.
I coach football."
job, bro. You're seeing dead people all the time. It's different.
To you, it's different. To me, it's my
Because you've been
family
doing
legacy.
it forever, but you see a ton of different people every day. We kind of be like working at wedding hall. Just they're happy and you're working in a place where
Yeah.
everybody's fucking sad as shit.
Do you remember
Yeah.
Tax Cab Confessions
Yeah,
on
of course.
HBO?
Oh my
God,
wow.
I remember
What a
that
great
shit.
show, dude.
It's great. You know
Holy
who was one of the
shit.
drivers in the first season of that show? Todd Phillips, the guy who did the Joker and shit.
Oh, really?
In The
Interesting.
Hangover. Yeah.
Get
I think
outta here.
he was working with the show.
Okay.
But if you watch a couple of their clips, Todd Phillips is one of the drivers,
Oh, wow.
asking questions and shit.
Wow.
But I always thought that was like a cool thing until I
Yeah.
think about it long and hard, and I'm like, I might have a psycho behind me. I can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention
Then
you're
all that
making
shit.
$14 an hour at top pay.
Well, I mean, listen, it was really for the experience of like
Different
meeting
time.
people.
It's different time.
Yeah, they that was a great show, dude. It would be so awkward because they would be like,
Everybody's awkward. New York's weird.
the guy would be trying to like talk to him. The taxi cab guy would be like, "Yeah, how's your day? How's my day? How's my day? I just lost $500,000 and murdered my wife. I need you to take me to the precinct. That's why you're fucking here." And the guy would be like, "Okay,
Got it.
Is it on Long Island or in Long Island when you talk about it?
depends."
I'm on Long Island. Yeah, I think it's on. I think the proper way is in Long Island, but we all say
We
on
all
Long
say
Island.
on Long
So
Island.
that's wrong. So we're wrong.
Did you guys go out in the clubs back here back in the day?
Back in the day,
Oh,
yeah.
Zachary's and
Glow,
all right.
remember Glow?
Glow.
Glow was a legit one. It was huge.
Glow is the shit.
I remember
Yeah.
South Beach. Wasn't there South Beach or something like that?
The Hampton stuff like Neptunes and all that
Neptunes.
shit.
Yeah.
You did all that?
Little Bay
You
and
do
I.
Audubon and shit?
I
I never went to
there.
Bordy
I never went to
been
Bordy
there.
Bon.
I
Never went to
Hey,
Bordy Bon.
that's a whole room.
Nobody went to Bordy Bon.
I did a Neptune skit, and I never even went to Neptune because I always
great.
heard about it.
That's
you know what I mean?
great.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just you just hear about it. But Zachary's, I remember Zachary's
You-
Thursday night.
Back in
Yeah.
the day, fist
Yeah,
pumping.
forget about it.
Zachary was
Fucking, I'm
like
still killing it.
18-year-old. Like you get in at 18.
Torn rotator cuff from that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I remember going like the first time I ever went out. I was like 16, but it was to Mulcahy's in Wandsworth.
Yeah.
And I
it's
remember
big.
walking in there and being like,
18 to get in, it seems like a really bad idea always.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't do that anymore.
They can't.
No,
No,
it's
they
a
don't.
teen jam. That's
Yeah.
a teen jam. Yeah.
yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, but then they're not selling at all.
No, they're not.
But back in the day, if it was 18 to
Oh
get
my
in,
God.
21 to drink, I mean, come on.
In
He
Brooklyn
does
back
get
then,
in
they used to
on
have
the drink.
teen jams. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the teen jams, these are 15, 16 years old, you were getting in. I was stealing money from my mother's pocketbook just to cover the freaking cover. You know, $20 to get
went a
in.
long way back
You know,
then.
Richie Luzzy was performing Without You.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's nuts.
What a
So
fucking-
DNA in Queens, like there was a lot of clubs back then that would just. It is now. There's no clubs out.
There's no clubs
There's
out
really
Nah, there's nothing.
nothing like
It's a
even the
bar.
nightlife back then.
There's nothing for people to
Like
do.
my Dorman, I don't know if you guys ever see my Dorman skits. Those
Yes,
take
I have.
place from that time.
Right.
Again.
You're on
like,
the list?
You know what I mean?
It's my
The
list.
jerk off Dorman that never let you in.
They were the worst.
I went through that.
I
was,
get to decide who's
you
coming
know what I
in
mean?
tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I went through that. So it's just like,
Those guys are the worst.
I'm on
They
the
were the
list. I
worst.
made the
Power
list today. You're not on the
tripping
list.
yeah. Yeah.
They
So.
were the worst, and then the bouncers back in the day. So like, you, as a bouncer, you're not supposed to like beat the shit out of people.
Right.
You're supposed to get them out and let the cops handle it.
No, back then they used to beat the shit out.
Many a times I got the shit kicked out.
Yeah, back
No,
then.
I don't believe that.
You tell one racist joke to a
Carry
Chinese
that.
bouncer.
No, I could just see you getting the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah. It wasn't a fair fight, dude. There was like 3 of them.
Yeah, and they're huge, waiting for a fight. That's
Yeah.
all they're doing.
The
entire night.
Hofstra bars back in the day?
Yes, the Hofstra bars I remember.
Reckless, dude.
Horrible. My buddy bartended on that strip.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, that I never.
I don't know how the fuck I got out all the time.
Multiple assaults. First strip club I went to, was Frequency. It's now, what's the one on 110?
Gossip.
Gossip.
I just passed one over here.
There's one over here, yeah.
Oh, over there.
Like, I haven't
Lipsticks?
seen. I feel like I haven't seen a strip club in so long.
You got time?
Yeah. That's why I was a little late.
I hit the lunch shift.
It's a super weird spot. That's a really weird spot
Yeah.
in an industrial area.
I
like
can't
that.
remember the last time I went to. There used to be a strip club in Jersey. There used to be this shit back when I was.
Bada
Like,
bing.
Oh, bada bing. I was just gonna say.
well, it's called Delilah's Den. I don't know what it's called now. They changed the name. It might be Bada Bing. I don't know. But that's when I was in my early 20s. We used to go there for like birthday parties. Me and my friends used to get limos.
Roll up in a limo.
Now we can't even fucking call
Used
each
to
other.
take the limo to Limelight back in the day.
We used to limo to the strip club
I
together,
haven't seen
bro.
my friends in probably 15 years.
You got anything new coming out?
Nothing yet. You know, I have some ideas that I gotta work on, but you know, I always get the Dorman ideas. Like the Dorman skits, I try to bang out one video every like 3-4 months. Like I said, I want it to be good and I want it to roll out.
You should write 5 or 10 minutes, man.
Yeah.
See and try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you know,
It's all fun and games.
It's
Like, this is a skit
definitely
about
on.
us.
I'm definitely not denying it. I'm definitely gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
So
Practice in front
Well,
of
listen, bro, we really appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
Very much
Thank
so.
you. I appreciate
Enjoyed
it.
the
This was great to
conversation
meet you,
very
man.
much.
I like your style here, guys. It's really
We're
cool.
trying,
I
man. We're trying.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Wish you
Appreciate it.
best success with it.
We're gonna get rid of the racist guy, and then we'll.
Yeah, I just did a fucking
Chris
did a
on fire.
podcast with these Suffolk County guys.
Fucking racist, motherfucker. I'm not racist. I'm multicultural.
I'm going to be on News 12 going, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.